Is there a particular stock that would sort of showcase the mindset of the fund and that opportunity and that reliability, that you're looking at this over that medium to long term viewpoint, and you're looking at companies which can continually deliver despite what's going on in the marketplace? Is there any particular company that comes to mind?
Well, I mean, partially as some of the stuff we talk about in the quarterly letter, and we talked last quarter about kind of Johnson Service Group and an extremely boring business that puts out excellent numbers. That just the power of that compounding over long periods of time that really shines. We also talked, I think, in the past about some of our longer term holdings that we like we still own Unilever and we still own Johnson & Johnson, and people look at them and say, well, why do you own this? And then go look back at their performance over time. They tend to do well, but they particularly help us in periods where there's a lot of volatility, and that's an underappreciated feature in a portfolio. We like having these things that kind of anchor the portfolio and give us protection on the downside, even if they may not be as exciting on in terms of the upside. But on the flip side of it, there are businesses that we own that, at least by our standards, are very exciting, like Ashtead, that continue to grow and do extremely well, and will continue to do extremely well because they've just got a tremendous competitive advantage. And you've got all these businesses that are under people's radar.
We find Ashtead really exciting, but I don't think the rest of the world finds equipment leasing to be really exciting.
Well, I guess the other thing that we briefly mentioned Croda in the latest quarterly letter, so it's the latest purchase, and again, Boots happens to be a customer of Croda, specialty chemical company, and so is most of the brands that you know. That's L'Oreal and Estee Lauder and Unilever. A lot of these companies would use ingredients from Croda. But maybe, Aubrey, you could tell us this. I know you're not feeling great today, and we've finally got you out of bed to join this meeting. But if you could just give us kind of a minute on Croda, maybe.
We were sort of able to look at this and go, okay, this is a business that's massively under earning. We know what it should be doing, and we just need a little bit of growth to come back, and we've started to see growth coming back with, agricultural, because ag cycles can turn quite quickly, and maybe that will be enough to sort of get margins back sooner than expected. But if not, they'll, even if it takes sort of 1 to 2.5 years for margins to get back, we then own a great business, at a pretty attractive valuation, based on that.
And I think one of the work that Aubrey and the team have done that I found really remarkable when we looked at this, and then we've looked at Croda many times in the past. It never got to the price that we want to buy that. And I think the opportunity now is that they've got this short-term issue that's causing it to be hated by the market. But if you look under the hood, what you have basically is this. When we were able to strip the numbers out, you've got this extremely stable personal care business, like what you would expect from a Unilever or a Procter & Gamble. Super stable. It's almost like a bond, and that's just growing steadily year after year after year, and it's just doing extremely well. And then there's a layer on top of it that is more kind of cyclical in nature, where they still earn higher returns on capital. So it's more of a high quality cyclical kind of layer on top, and that adds volatility to their revenues and earnings. But underneath it is just this really stable business that deserves a very high multiple. And the way we think about it is, well, when you buy Croda stock, you're buying this very stable business that deserves a very high multiple, and then you're getting this cyclical business that's still a higher quality but deserves a lower multiple. And it's now trading as if the whole thing is cyclical, which is not actually economically right. And so we're very excited about it. And this is the sort of thing where I think, I'm not going to say we're unique, but we're rare in terms of market participants in our ability to look at something and think, okay, forget about the next 6 months or 1 year, and we're willing to look beyond kind of the next few months or year. And it's kind of like a time horizon arbitrage, I think, is how we think about it, where the average market participant is thinking 6 months, and when we're thinking 3 to 5 years, and that gives us that patience is rewarded with opportunities like this one.